Chapter 45, Kneeling. In the name of God, the gracious, the compassionate. H8, M40. The revelation of the book is from God, the noble, the wise. In the heavens and the earth are signs for those who acknowledge. In your creation, and what creatures he puts forth are signs for people who are certain. The alternation of the night and the day, and what God sends down from the sky of provisions to revive the land after its death, and the changing of the winds, are signs for a people who understand. These are God's signs that we recite to you with truth. So, in which hadith, after God and his signs, do they acknowledge? Woe to every sinful fabricator! He hears God's signs being recited to him, then he persists arrogantly, as if he never heard them. Give him news of a painful retribution. If he learns anything from our signs, he makes fun of them. For these will be a humiliating retribution. Waiting for them is hell. What they earned will not help them, nor those whom they have taken, as allies besides God, and for them is a terrible retribution. This is guidance. Those who reject the signs of their Lord, for them is an affliction of a painful retribution. God is the one who committed the sea in your service, so that the ships can sail in it by his command, and that you may seek of his provisions, and that you may be appreciative. He committed in your service all that is in the heavens and in the earth, all from him. In that are signs for a people who reflect. Say to those who acknowledged, they should forgive those who do not look forward to the days of God. He will fully recompense people for whatever they have earned. Whoever works good does so for himself, and whoever works evil will suffer it. Then to your Lord you will be returned. We had given the children of Israel the book and the judgment, and the prophethood, and we provided them with good provisions, and we preferred them over the worlds. We gave them proof in the matter, but then they disputed after the knowledge had come to them, out of jealousy amongst themselves. Your Lord will judge them on the day of resurrection regarding everything that they have disputed. Then we have established you on the correct path, so follow it and do not follow the desires of those who do not know. They cannot help you against God in the least. The transgressors are allies to one another, while God is the protector of the righteous. This is a physical evidence for the people, and guidance, and a mercy for a people who are certain. Or do those who work evil expect that we would treat them the same as those who acknowledge and promote reforms, in their present life and their death? Miserable is how they judge. God created the heavens and the earth with truth, and so that every person may be recompensed for whatever he/she earned, and they will not be wronged. Have you seen the one who took his fancy, as his God, and God led him astray, despite his knowledge, and he sealed his hearing and his heart, and he made a veil on his eyes? Who then can guide him after God? Will you not remember? They said,
There is nothing but this worldly life, we die and we live and nothing destroys us except the passing of time.
They have no knowledge about this, they only conjecture. When our clear signs are recited to them, their only argument is to say,
Then bring back our forefathers, if you are truthful.
Say,
God gives you life, then he puts you to death, then he will gather you to the day of resurrection, in which there is no doubt. But most people do not know.
To God is the sovereignty of the heavens and the earth. On the day the moment comes to pass, on that day the falsifiers will lose. You will see every nation on their knees. Every nation will be called to its record. Today, you are recompensed for everything you have done. This is our record, it utters the truth about you. We have been recording everything you did. As for those who acknowledge and promoted reforms, their Lord will admit them into his mercy. Such is the clear triumph. As for those who reject, were not my signs recited to you, but you turned arrogant and were a criminal people. when it was said, "Surely God's promise is the truth, and there is no doubt about the coming of the moment," you said,
"We do not know what the moment is. We are full of conjecture about it, we are not certain."
The evils of their works will become evident to them, and the very thing they ridiculed will be their doom. It will be said to them, "Today we will forget you, just as you forgot the meeting of this day. Your abode is the fire, and you will have no helpers. This is because you took God's signs in mockery, and you were deceived by the worldly life. So from this day, they will never exit therefrom, nor will they be excused. All praise belong to God, the Lord of the heavens, and the Lord of the earth, the Lord of the worlds. To him belongs all majesty in the heavens and the earth. He is the noble, the wise.